and she made a mistake. We don't know what she said because it's been one thing and another. Look, I think Janet Jackson, like every other American, whether you're a celebrity or not, has a right to endorse, support, or not support whomever they want. So she's got every right to not like Kamala Harris if she doesn't want to.
But that's not what she said.
What she doesn't know, what she did was spread misinformation. And I think it's very irresponsible when you have a platform the way Janet Jackson does to use that platform carelessly to spread misinformation based on a racist allegation by Donald Trump. Right? It was Donald Trump who tried to say Kamala Harris just turned black. So let's just go through the 101. Kamala Harris is the daughter of two immigrants. Her mother is South Asian from India. Her father is black from Jamaica. Here is a picture for all of you who need, or for Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, here's the damn picture.
All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official news break. As you are coming into this broadcast, please hit that like button, hit that share button if you would. And real quick, I just want to talk about Ana Navarro and people of her ilk. A lot of these Democrat operatives that have recently came out against Janet Jackson. And, you know, just when you see people talk about black folks, they really feel entitled. And so, you know, Ana Navarro and many others like her, you know, of her ilk, feel entitled to tell black folks what we should think and feel. This really speaks to how out of touch these people are with actual black community, though, because they believe that, you know, they're coming from a place to what they perceive of blackness. So this is how we were taught these people are. And these people believe that their small association, when they got to this country, of the black people they interacted with, that's all black people. And so all black folks must think like the people that she was around or they're around. And you hear that type of thinking often. But, you know, when it comes down to The View, you know, this particular platform, this has long been an agenda-laden and based platform, you know, but lately mostly pro-Democrat. Well, it's been all pro-Democrat. Now with the elections, you know, looming, we're less than 2 months away. We are less than 2 months away with this election. They are seeming to be upset that black folks are not blindly supporting the Democrats. Which, when you think about it, they've had that luxury so long that they've gotten used to getting the vote and support of the black community and the black voters while doing absolutely nothing for black America. And right now, we're of the generation that was targeted. We're the generation of super predators that they were trying to target. Look at how we turned out. See, you still have a successful society, although it was the people that we have seen in office that were right behind all of the people that are pushing buttons and making the calls behind the DNC right now, like a Hillary Clinton. All of these people were there in the early 90s targeting black men. Now you need those same black men's votes. And people are acting as if black folks don't have a mind of our own and understand our own interest. You know, so, but it really comes from them being, over the years, so emboldened that they're entitled. But here's the other part of that boldness. The boldness is now bled over to their coalitions, the ones they like to force on us and tell us that this is a BIPOC thing or POA or people of color thing. And no, this is a black issue. We have the new FBI statistic that just came out recently. There's a report on that once again, black Americans are at the height of the victims of hate crimes in this country. As it turns out, America just executed another black man today who was, from what I what I believe to be innocent. But nonetheless, the state of Missouri has chosen to take a life. Of course, a black man. And with this, we are to say, okay, well, when nobody says nothing on our behalves, we'll just take it lying down and just vote blue no matter who. Where are those blue voices? Where are the black caucuses? The NAACP made a tweet. Today, somebody was lynched in Missouri. Well, that's a very interesting take when your president actually has an anti-lynching bill going on right now. Where was the president to hop into this situation? Where's Kamala Harris to step into this situation? You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, these people like Anna Navarro and all of these other non-black and even non-white folks out here who are hopping in the mix, trying to shout down black folks and shame down black folks into thinking that, number one, accepting Kamala Harris as being black, which most of us don't. And at best, if you wanted to make Kamala Harris black, you would have to definitely say, okay, she's a quarter black. But with that being so, she never talks about any kind of black upbringing herself. She just identifies as black and then says all of her core values came from her Indian tradition and her Indian upbringing from her mother, which is Indian, who chose to put down Caucasian on her own paperwork. So Kamala Harris's birth certificate, her mother is listed as Caucasian. So what does that tell you? Does that tell you that this woman thought she was black? Why wouldn't she put black on her paperwork? You think she had her daughters coming up in this country putting black on their paperwork? I would definitely think not. But this coalition has spread out to even think of the Michael Rappaports and all of these the John Greenblatts who think they could come tell black Americans who we should and who we should not support from our own and within our own community, such as, a brother Reza Islam, and they putting him on a watch list from the White House. Then you have, of course, the minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who they have pressured other black Americans to not support. These are things that have been done, especially to black men. Black men have been shamed from supporting one another. No other group in America gets that type of treatment. None. And so, truth be told, not even black women. Black women don't get that treatment until you got to Janet Jackson. Why did it happen to Janet Jackson? Because the Democrats are so overtly desperate to make Kamala Harris black, because obviously black is a necessity for her for some reason to be voted in. Although she won't be doing anything for black folks, identifying as black just seems to be good enough for some folks. Obviously, D.L. Hughley, who's played attack mutt for the Democrats. And here's my thing, and Miss Anna Navarro, no black artist living in this country coming from our lineage owes any political party, candidate, TV host. They don't owe anybody a political endorsement. If you want to go worry about something to talk about black artists, why don't you go ahead and address how they've always had a history of bad contracts? How a lot of these record labels have just ruined careers of many up-and-coming artists and shelved them, signed them to shelve them for their other hot artists. Drake, you just understand how things happen. So nobody wants to talk about that part. Right now, they even got... they're giving Uncle Luke a pass because, now he's going at, of course, the grassroots and trying to muster up some support for Kamala Harris's fake blackness. And so now what they keep doing also, let me address the disinformation part that Anna Navarro was talking about. The disinformation is saying that this is Trump's line. Black America is consistently said since 2020 and before, Kamala Harris is not black. Not only that, let's go to Barack Obama. And when Barack Obama was running, there was a problem. It wasn't that he was black. That's not how he got in. How Barack Obama got trusted by Black America is because he had a black wife who was the descendant of American chattel slavery. Kamala Harris does not have that connection. And the Democratic Party purposely went away from choosing a black woman with a slave descendant lineage and background. So all of this is their doing to make sure none of our energy, for our ancestral energy, ever hits the masses and be that close to control. So that is a tactic that they have instilled. Black people, you do not owe, if you have a platform, large or small, you don't owe the Democrats or Republicans or any other political party that has never came through for you an endorsement of any kind. You don't owe them a vote. Just like Kodak Black now is pissed off at Donald Trump. So he says now he's not going to vote. He didn't say he was going to vote for Kamala Harris. He said now he's voting for President Couch. And good for him. Good for him. I'm glad he is. More people need to take that stand, because here's the thing. It is very disrespectful to continuously keep talking to black folks as if you own us like we're property. Do this, oh, you guys, like we're acting up or something for thinking of our community and thinking for ourselves and what our best interest is. Now you have a bunch of these media people who tell you do not listen to the media, don't listen to entertainers, but go listen to Taylor Swift because she endorsed Kamala Harris. Go listen to this artist because they're endorsed. Listen to these comedians on the radio. And D.L. Hughley and Ricky Smiley, boy, y'all are some lowlifes, man. And here's the other thing. To go at an actual black person for this cosplaying the tan Caucasian woman, Kamala Harris, this is really disgusting, because you talk about protect black women. This is the party of protect black women. And the woman, Janet Jackson, black woman, mother, black woman, grandmas, black women, coming hailing from the descendants of chattel slavery here. And we're going to sit up here and talk about this anchor baby, Kamala Harris, and disparage a person who hails from one of the most iconic families in world history concerning America, if you want to accept that truth or not. Be it entertainment, the influence of the Jacksons is one of the major contributions to the planet from America. As a black man, to be disrespecting the contributions of actual descendants of slavery is 1000% treasonous. D.L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley, you get one of these.
Sambo, Sambo, Sambo!
So, we as black people, foundational black American freedmen, the descendants of chattel slavery here in America, we have a duty to preserve our deep-rooted history and heritage. and not even allowing the least bit of an outsider open their mouths negatively on our lineage. But also, with that being said, we absolutely must check the insiders who come from our lineage and who still choose to work against our empowerment. The Bible says that nothing new under the sun. And what's being done now is already being done. So one thing we can take for sure is we have a bunch of tap dancing, scary, shaky coons amongst our own lineage that are ready to sell out our empowerment at the first chance they get. I guess just nowadays, most shaky coons seem to be comedians and entertainers. But considering how all the things you got to do, like the things you're hearing now with these puffy stories, kind of makes sense that they got the right ones, didn't it? Look at all the people who didn't do big. They still holding and maintaining their sanity. And another thing that they also boast of right now, that D.L. Hughley, nor Ricky Smiley, nor Steve Harvey can boast of, they can't stand on their manhood right now. Have you noticed that part? Just go back and listen to what they say. They say a lot, but standing on manhood ain't part. All of them cats are compromised. Just like I was telling y'all before about some of these Pan-African dudes and women. All of this attachment to Africa, no attachment here, ain't nobody our responsibility. We have to tighten up our own ship right here. We're batting down the hatches. We are damming up the breach. And there's tethers that have an issue with it. And at best, call Kamala Harris black if you want to. Call her melanated. But at the end of the day, Kamala Harris to foundational black Americans is nothing but an anchor baby tether. And if you think that I'm wrong, well, I'm speaking for myself. Beatzilla PDX official, Beatzilla PDX official show. And those of you who are watching in the comment sections and whatnot would be the chat, but this, of course, doesn't have one. But also the grassroots and the voices of new black media. I think it's safe to say that I speak for all parties involved when we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in. This, again, has been a Beatzilla PDX official news break. Just wanted to give my 2 cents on these people that believe they should use their platform to shame black folks while they owe black folks everything, like Anna Navarro even being in this country. So a lot of them wouldn't even be here had it not been for the work, blood, sweat, and tears and energy of foundational black American freedmen, the descendants of chattel slavery through civil rights to this day, that has even allowed them to be here. So let us honor, cherish, and protect our ancestral, historical lineage right here in America. And even when you go out to the Moors ruling Europe, you know, they want to jump over that part and then start talking about Africa. Let's not do that, because over there to that part in Europe, that's where we still have our closest ties, even before we could make it back to the continent of Africa. So if we want to start talking about American black history and our lineage, well, we got to go from where we came from, and it wasn't straight off the boat for a lot of us. A lot of us didn't come off the boat from Africa. A lot of us came off the boat from Europe. With that being said, we'll get to that in another video. But y'all, stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Peace.